When I reviewed this L.A.B putter recently, I said it's the most talked about putter in the world at the moment. Let's be honest, it is. However, what about if I was to tell you that these putters right here have the same technology, but are half the price, and they're from Odyssey. Okay, square to square. This is what Odyssey has brought out. And let's be honest, to compete against the L.A.B. The L.A.B has come out of nowhere in the last few years and have dominated the putting scenes. And everyone's talking about it and this kind of idea that everything's nice and balanced, that all the putters are balanced. Well, Odyssey have gone, hold on a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're the king of making putters. We need a slice of that pie. So they brought out these models with, let's be honest, been inspired by L.A.B. They are much more centre shafted clubs. The shaft angle at address leans forward, 3.3 degrees forward, where L.A.B is 2 degrees forward. And again, this idea that the face is perfectly balanced. So when you set up to the golf ball and you move the putter back and forth, it's not supposed to twist, it's supposed to be so much more automatic. But what's interesting here with Odyssey is the price of these is £250 brand new, where the L.A.B's £500, the half price. It's crazy, crazy. And the other thing is a lot more recognisable shapes. Like this is the Odyssey number 7. We've seen the number 7 loads of times, these kind of things coming out the back. But instead of the shaft normally going here in the heel, it's almost going into the back of the putter face. And then they've lent the shaft forward and they've distributed the weight to make it perfectly balanced. And the face is also the kind of the white hot kind of softer insert, and also AI technology. So they've, like what they've done with all their driver technology recently, they've asked the supercomputer to make the best club face for optimum performance. They've done that with the putter face. So even the back of the putter face has little ridges and stuff to help in off-centered hits. Right, I've not hit a single putt with these yet. Wow, that looks a bit bizarre. I almost want to set the putter up. Let me get square onto that front camera there. I almost want to set the putter up like that. Like the shaft for me is normally straight. With this, it's forcing me to get to at least there. But otherwise, I've got about 9 degrees of loft on my putter face. Here, I've now got that into the right position. That is, I mean, if you lent it back, you'd almost chip it. It becomes a little chipper. Right, lean it forward. I love that design. That club head looks really nice. It's a weird weight going back. It feels like there wasn't a lot of weight in the club head. It felt more like the weight was in the grip, and there is a new grip on this as well that is thicker and kind of more sturdy, which I love the thicker grip on these. I don't love where it says square to square. And that looks a little bit cheap. That would look so much better if that just said Odyssey down the front there. But it felt more like the weight was in the grip or the top end of the club rather than the bottom end. However, the ball went straight in the middle of the hole. That's a weird feeling, look, pushing it that far forward. Oh, just missed. Now, I know I've only hit a few putts so far, but where I think Odyssey have got the advantage here over the L.A.B is the looks and the styles. Now, granted, this particular model of the new L.A.B, the Oz.1i, is definitely a more sleeker look. But if you remember the other L.A.Bs, like they look like spaceships. Like they're very, I don't want to use the word grotesque because that's quite harsh, but they're not going to suit everybody's eyes. Where with the Odyssey, you've got 3 models. You've got this one, which is number 7, which again has been a really popular design for many years, albeit it's a slightly different setup with this square to square. You've got a double wide, where this is a very traditional, almost blade looking putter. This actually reminds me head shape wise of like a broom handle putter. I'm sure Bernard Langer had something like this back in the day in that head design. And you've also got this model, which is the Jailbird. So unbelievably popular, Jailbird with the vice versa as well. I would guess a 2-ball model will probably come out if there's not already. These are the 3 models I've got here currently, but I think where these will win, the price, definitely, the recognisable head shapes, that's a massive factor. Right, however, they also need to work as well. I didn't hit the last few putts that nicely, so let's roll some good ones. Yeah, that was nice, that stayed on line really nicely. That push forward's a bit severe. Sometimes the problem as well, when you push the club face forward, and this can happen with irons as well, when you push the face forward, the face can almost open and twist. You've almost got to keep it square and push the face forward. Not super easy to do. Right, let's try this model, the double wide. Like I say, a bit more of a traditional shape. With these centre shafted kind of centre positioned clubs, you feel like you've got to stand quite close to the ball. Right, hands forward. On feel, they feel really nice. Like it's got a really nice sensation once you hit it. I suppose that is that kind of softer insert. Oh, I thought I caught a bit then. Nice. Okay, last but not least, let's give the Jailbird a roll. I'm going to do the ladder test in a minute. I'm deciding which model I'm going to use. This might be the front runner. I mean, it's a big putter. I mean, it looks so easy to line up. Super popular Jailbird over the last few years. It's interesting, a bit like the L.A.B. My feedback so far is, when it's not hitting the middle, I don't like it. I feel like with the L.A.B, you've got to hit in the middle, otherwise it rotates. It feels a bit like that with this. Like unless you're absolutely hitting it right in the sweet spot, I feel like it's got an ability to almost twist around this kind of central spot. I know that's almost not what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to do the opposite. I can't help but get this sensation. Anytime I hit it off the face, off the toe or the heel, I can feel the face twisting and I don't like it. I can almost instantly know I'm going to miss it, which really puts me off. Let's go with the ladder drill though, and I'm going to go with this number 7 model. Okay, 3 feet. There is something that's a little bit bizarre about the bottom of all 3 of these models. Feels like when I've got it behind the ball, it almost, when I take the putter away, it almost snags. It doesn't feel, I mean, it looks smooth, but for some reason, I don't know whether it's that little window at the back of the face, it feels like it catches on the putting surface here. Nine feet. I was cruising. Started to dream the impossible dream. I'm getting all the way back to 15 feet. I think they are very similar to L.A.B for half the price. And in my opinion, you get better styles with the Odyssey. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, lots more to come. And I'm slightly gutted I've just missed that from 9 feet. They're not for me.